So friends, today we'll go for the last concept of the unit 4, that is electrical properties. So in the electrical properties, we will learn the first, that is Thomson effect. Okay, so this is not so much important examination point, but since it is depends on the metals and metals nature, so this becomes very much important, the last concept of the unit 4. So whenever at junction two dissimilar metals is been attached, there will be the EMF will be generated, and a thermoelectric effect is been observed here. So okay, thermocouples we say. So this device is used, this study is used in the refrigeration and all. So we use this. So this Thomson effect depends on homogeneous type of conductors. Okay, so same bar, if you homogeneous same bar if you use here, and when you go for the thermoelectric or thermal this one, that's a hot, if you make one end of the hot and the other end as a cold, so what will happen, there is a flow of electrons from hot end to cold end. So you can see here, so this is formation, EMF formation. You can see some of the electrons are going to here, and that is in a large sense. Okay, when you heat, so one end of the bar, so you can see there is movement of the electrons in a large sense, and same way in the cold you can see there is little effect will be there here. So this is given by the equation, that is E is equal to sigma delta T. So there is a formation of electromotive force is developed here. So and it is given by E is equal to sigma. So what is E electromotive force, and sigma is nothing but Thomson if coefficient. Okay, and there is a difference in the temperature, hot and cold end. So this type of effect we call it as a Thomson effect. Similarly, one more effect is that is Peltier effect. So this they will ask for 2 marks or something. What is this Peltier effect? So here since it is Thomson is homogeneous conductor, so here we have to go for dissimilar conductors. So here we have to go for dissimilar conductors. That's one is here it is taken as iron and copper. So A is iron and copper, and whenever you pass the electric current here, what will happen? Iron stands for the higher potential, upper the copper. So what will happen now, the electric from higher to lower current, this is passed. So here it is hot, this will exothermic type of reaction. So this end becomes hot here, and here what will happen, from lower concentration to higher concentration, from copper to iron the current is flowing here. So that's why this will be in the cold. So here heat is absorbed here, so it is cold end. So like this, the two generation will be there, hot end and cold end, whenever you pass the electric current. So this effect we call it as a Peltier effect. So this effect is called Peltier effect. So here it is hot, and cold end is generated by passing the electric current. So through battery. So battery is used here, and electric current is passed, and because of this EMF is generated. So this effect was found in 1834. Okay, Peltier, by the name Peltier. And similarly, it is a reverse. It's a reversible type of condition. So if you change the metal here, so it can be cold, and this is also reversible state. So similarly, the reverse of this Peltier effect is a Seebeck effect. Okay, so here it is reverse, the same thing like Peltier only. The Seebeck effect is a two different metals has been taken, copper and iron here, and it is been attached to the hot and cold. Now here it is current is passed here, but here it is not current is passed here. It is made at one end hot and one end that is cold. And same thing here, there will be galvanometer, and you can see the current is flown whenever the electron passes from hot to cold end. So this is what, this is a small difference, and it is a reverse of the Peltier. So Peltier, so you can see here cold, if this is if I see if this is a hot end, it will be cold here, so we are taking as a cold, and if it is cold here, so we are taking as a hot end, like this. So Peltier effect reverse is the Seebeck effect. But only thing is what, here we are using the battery and current, here we are not using battery and current, directly we are heating, and we get the amount of EMF difference here. So next one is Hall effect. So Hall effect also is very much important. So here is a cubic material here, and here also potential difference is been generated whenever the current is passed to this material 90-degree perpendicular to the field here. So there is generation of the potential difference, and that effect we call it as a Hall effect. Okay. And this is usually used to know the conduction in the semiconductors and all. So next concept is a dielectric material. This also they will ask is ask in the examination, what is this dielectric material? Is nothing but example, you can take ceramic, mica, glass, okay, dry gas or distilled water, etc. So the example itself says that they are the electrical insulators. So these are the electrical insulators. You can see here they are the plates like that, and you can see here when the electric field is passed, they are aligned in this way, and they store the energy. They store the energy, but the conductivity is 0 here, so they are non-conductors, so there is no free ions in this, and they can withstand high voltage. Okay, capacitors usually they use in the capacitors, and they don't degrade themselves, and that's why they are used in the electrical appliances mostly, because at high voltage and all, the appliances will not get hurt here. And these capacitors usually they lower down the voltage and see that the material is been saved. So this is what and how they work. So these dielectric metals will be of two. They can be of polar or non-polar like this. Okay, so polar also they can be made, or non-polar. So non-polar, you can see, for example, this non-polar, there will be both charges plus and minus like this. Polar will be polarized plus minus in this way. So whenever in the when electric field is not applied, so they are in like this plus minus, and when the electric field is applied, so they are going to form the polarization this way. So they are going to form the polarization, so plus minus like this. And that's why E net, so potential, net potential I can give as potential of the original, so what it was here original, minus after the application of electric field, what polarization here also electric field is applied, so minus electric polarization. So like this we can give it here. So similarly, if I go for the polar molecules, polar means already haphazard, it is plus minus, like you can take it HCl or anything polar molecules here. So like this. So here also non-polar means you can take example of H2 or O2 etc. like this. Okay, so here haphazardity is been arranged here, and when you apply the magnet electric field here, what will happen, they align themselves in the very manner, plus plus like this, and they get polarized. And here also the same thing, so E polarization is applied, and this, and the electric current flows from here plus minus in this way, and electric we apply here is like this, like, so current is flowing in this way, and this is flowing in opposite direction, and that's why this equation we can put it here. And that's why this is how the dielectric material works. And short definition of this, and the different electrical properties like Thomson effect, Peltier effect, Seebeck effect, as well as Hall effect. So anything they may ask in the examination. So in next class we will go for the next concept of electrical properties, superconductors, and that will another two classes, and that will complete your unit 4. Thank you.